Hi everyone, I'm Sophie Milburn, editor of the MSP Channel Insights portfolio, and today I'm joined by Rishi from Alteryx. Could you maybe introduce yourself, your role at Alteryx, and give us a little bit of a brief overview of the company itself?
Yeah, no problem. And hello to everyone out there as well. Sophie, thank you for having me. Really looking forward to this conversation. I'm Rishi Kapoor. I've been at Alteryx for a number of years now, and I'm currently managing their global partner sales engineering team. And essentially, like I can give you a bit of an overview in terms of where our team sits, and then what Alteryx is about as well. So
Fantastic.
essentially, we sit. I like to say in the intersection of product, sales, and partnerships. So essentially, what we do is we ensure our ecosystem can confidently design, position, and deliver solutions built on Alteryx. And a bit of history about Alteryx. Alteryx have been around for, we've been in the data and analytics space for over 25 years. So we're very mature out there in the market. And we have a platform called Alteryx One. So Alteryx One is, you can say it's a low-code analytics and automation platform that enables organizations to prepare, blend, and analyze data. And within this sort of process, we connect very closely with other technology partnerships like cloud data platforms such as Google, and we make that data AI ready for our customers. As our strategy is evolving around three big bets, last year and this year as well, the three strategies or priorities around Alteryx One, deep cloud platform integrations, and AI readiness. And through all of this, partners have become even more central in terms of scaling that transformation. So,
Mm.
a couple of examples of our partnerships, our partner ecosystem ranges from your regional system integrators to global system integrators, like the likes of Accenture, for example.
Okay.
We also work with MSPs, tech alliances such as Google, Snowflake, and Databricks. And then we have other partnerships such as, ISV, Embed, and OEM. And we're working very closely with distribution globally too. So through all of this, these partnerships help our customers modernize data estates, operationalize AI, and we're driving measurable business outcomes with them.
Perfect. That's a great overview. Thank you so much for getting us started with that. So,
Yeah,
kind of
no
diving
problem.
into our main first question, I guess, would be how do partners, sales, engineers support Alteryx's partners in delivering technical innovation, and why is their role kind of so critical in driving that growth?
Very good question. And for those of you who know me, I'm very passionate about the partner sales engineer role. I would say they're force multipliers.
Okay.
Our role isn't just around product enablement, and I think that this has been an assumption and misconception for a long time. Individuals understand what I call a direct sales engineer does, but the partner SE role, in my opinion, is all about solution co-creation. So, for
Yeah.
example, I've mentioned leveraging our platform for AI readiness
Mm.
and, working with our customers to utilize their cloud spend. Essentially, what we're doing is we're working together with our partners to help simplify that AI adoption by combining Alteryx's data preparation strengths with our partners' capabilities. So whether they're services partners or whether they're our tech alliance partners,
Mm.
the partner sales engine is very critical to that joint value proposition creation. So essentially, also what we do is we're operating across two main tracks. So the partner SE is obviously involved on the technical track, so providing technical validation, demoing, producing roadmaps with our partners, and very importantly, Alteryx partner sales engineers are focusing on solution selling and use case creation with the partners. But also we get involved in the commercial track as well, and that's around defining partner selling motions, co-selling motions, reselling motions. So by doing this, we're reducing the friction for the partners, and the partners are then empowered to lead with confidence, bring their innovation to the market faster, and position Alteryx inside broader transformation programs. So this is where I see partner sales engineers are critical to partner-led growth, and partner-led growth is very important for us as a company for a number of years and going forward as well. And we're making sure that our partners are just not reselling our technology, but they're delivering differentiated outcome-driven solutions through my team, essentially.
Fantastic. Moving slightly away from partners for the moment, looking more closely at MSPs. Many MSPs are looking to move beyond traditional infrastructure management into a higher value data and AI services. Where does
Mhm.
Alteryx kind of fit into a modern MSP service portfolio, and how can MSPs build recurring revenues around your platform?
It's a really interesting question. And recently, I was lucky enough to publish an article around the benefits of first data usage
Yeah,
for partners.
great
And I
article.
think this is thank you. And I think this is kind of tied to your question in a way. And I think Alteryx as a company and as a platform is very agnostic.
Mm,
And from a technical point of view, I think the Alteryx One platform can suit this direction that MSPs want to go into, whether it's monetizing and utilizing their first data for the benefit of their clients,
yeah,
or like you were saying, that these MSPs are now moving away from infrastructure management to more AI and technology service management potentially, and everything is now moving in a either a hybrid technical landscape or in the cloud. Um, because our platform is so agnostic, like I see MSPs bringing in their own private LLM models.
yeah,
We're working with partners to build AI data kits.
right.
And again, this is MSPs can leverage, the benefit of and leading with their own AI data kits and leveraging the flexibility of our platform. So I think, again, Alteryx has been like this for a number of years. So we're kind of ready and tailored to this direction that you've just mentioned that MSPs want to go into.
Fantastic. Moving again, kind of back into partners again, flipping it back again.
Yeah.
What are the kind of key ways that your partner sales engineer models kind of help partners differentiate themselves in the market and achieve kind of measurable business outcomes for their clients?
Yeah, no problem. And it's a really good question. And we have a very large partner network,
Mhm.
but how my team, the partner sales engineers, kind of help the partners stand out.
Mm,
In my opinion, there's kind of like three ways. So number one is I've already mentioned solution selling. So in
mm,
my opinion, is all about that solution-based go-to-market approach and less about the feature selling. So we're deliberately focusing on solution-led motions rather than narrowing down on industry pitches.
right.
And also, sort of secondly, my team has been quite involved around working with partners. I've just mentioned AI data kits, or you can call them AI starter kits.
Right.
We're working with partners to build repeatable plays around AI readiness, cloud data transformation, and intelligent automation. So
Mm.
I think that plays a big part around that solution selling approach.
Yeah.
But then, I'm talking about cloud and AI quite a bit in this interview so far. So, but
Naturally, have to.
yeah, I mean that's with who isn't, right? So,
Yeah.
our strategic direction is really around integrating tightly with those cloud data platforms and preparing the customers for AI. And I think this kind of like enables partners to sit in the high value transformation projects and not just on those edge case analytic projects.
Right.
And then finally, I've been talking about selling motions. We are really motivating our partners to lead from a selling motion perspective, but also I think it's about how do we effectively co-sell and work within the ecosystem. So we're actually actively mapping common partners and tech alliances to create what I call the power of three models.
Right.
So, an example could be Alteryx, a technology partner and a services partner going to market to help solve the customer's challenges, but
Right.
also working on that orchestration within the partner ecosystem. And that helps the partners win larger multi-technology deals. And ultimately, the differentiation comes from helping the clients around reducing manual processes, accelerating cloud modernization projects, operationalizing AI safely, and driving measurable cost reduction and revenue growth with and through our partners, essentially.
Amazing. Could you maybe share some insights into Alteryx's kind of UK channel strategies and priorities, including the new partnership recruitment initiatives, or how local policies might influence kind of partner growth?
Yeah, so I mean, in the UK right now, we're focusing on accelerating adoption through scalable partner enablement and our messaging as well. I recently came back from a company conference, and it's all about speed and it's all about progress. Because I'm very conscious that, every software vendor is kind of doing the same thing. And I
Right.
think we can really tap into our UK partner network to stay ahead of the curve from that perspective. And also, our priorities are including deeper partner engagement. So I've mentioned GSIs. We work very closely with our GSIs and in a strategic way. And then
Mm,
aligning cloud and AI transformation initiatives with our UK partners. So we're constantly looking to bring in the right partners who maybe partner with Google, Snowflake, or Databricks, and are specializing around AI strategies as well.
mm,
But also, I think it's around building those repeatable go-to-market motions rather than those one-off deals. So I empower my team to work with their counterparts within the partner organizations to work on scalable, repeatable solutions as well. And I think it's the focus this year in the UK is simplifying how partners package and sell Alteryx One.
mm,
So, in my opinion, from that point of view, and from an Alteryx perspective, we want to make it as easy as possible for our partners to understand how to sell the value of Alteryx to their clients and customers. So that's a big focus area for us going forward.
mm,
And then you mentioned like policy. So from a policy standpoint, my opinion is like the UK AI investment, financial services regulations, and digitization within public sector all
mm,
create demand for us in the UK for governed AI-ready data pipelines. And this plays into the hands and positioning of where Alteryx are from an AI readiness point of view.
mm,
I mentioned recruitment, so we're also focused on recruiting nimble specialist partners who can move faster than some of the larger consultancies when speed to market matters. So, I think the larger consultancies have their place around the strategic, very long-term plays with our prospects and customers. But we're
mm,
also working with GSI-like partners. For example, we're working very closely with a partner called Next Wave Consulting in the UK
mm,
who, they're described as a solution provider, but they work in the way that GSIs work, but they can work quite fast in a strategic way as well. So yeah, I mean, like that's just a couple of examples in terms of what the priorities are for the UK from our point of view at the moment.
amazing. Sounds like it's really, really difficult to kind of stand out and do something really innovative. So it seems like you're doing a good job.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you.
Something else quite exciting is that Alteryx have expanded its relationship with McLaren Racing to become an official partner of the McLaren United AS team, which is yeah, really exciting. And this partnership kind of leverages analytics and automation in high pressure racing environments. What have been the kind of maybe biggest insights or innovations that your team have gained from this collaboration?
Yeah, I mean, like number first of all, I wasn't an F1 fan until the McLaren partnership, and I've been spending a lot of time with McLaren through my day job as well. I'm still trying to understand Formula One, but essentially, like working with McLaren, it's really shown us that in high pressure environments, as Formula One racing, analytics only delivers value when it's fast, trusted, and embedded directly into that decision-making process. So if you can imagine, McLaren has a very highly customized data ecosystem. Supporting that ecosystem through Alteryx kind of like reinforces the importance of flexible analytics and automation that can operate in real time and not just generate reports. And like more importantly, the partnership has highlighted that culture, trust, and accountability and speed is ultimately what turns data into that competitive advantage. And we can see this very clearly through this partnership, you know.
Yeah. How does the McLaren partnership kind of influence the development of Alteryx's platform and its kind of capabilities for enterprise customers?
Yeah, I mean, like the McLaren partnership has really helped us a lot in terms of like raising the bar when it comes to best practices on speed, scale, and decision making,
Mm,
we're learning lessons all the time that directly inform how we build Alteryx for not just for McLaren or racing companies, for example, but for all our customers. So one thing we do very well at Alteryx is lift and shift best practices that we're learning from one partnership to another or one customer to another. So
mhm,
this focus on turning complicated data into clear, timely insights is reflected within our Alteryx One platform today as well. We're moving analytics from data to decisions through our unified reusable platform or reusable workflows within our platform as well. And we see this impact across all industries. So, I've got an example where we work with large investment banks, and we have a bank called Bank of Etihad
yeah.
in the Middle East, and they've cut processing time by 80%. They've automated nearly 75% of their workflows. And it hasn't taken years, it's only taken a couple of months.
Wow.
So that's what I'm talking about when it in terms of like working with McLaren, we're learning all the time in terms of how to work at speed, but do
Mm.
it carefully, keep security, governance, policy, all of those factors in mind. But it's not also how we're servicing our customers and partners. We're actually bringing in a lot of feedback into our product as well.
Amazing. Sounds like it's definitely about balancing that kind of speed and innovation, but with, yeah, with being a little bit cautious. I've been involved in quite a few conversations about that recently, obviously, especially with AI and kind of all the unknowns with that. So, yeah, I can imagine it's quite difficult to find that balance.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But with kind of speed and innovation being like a recurring theme, looking into maybe the future, what kind of trends or opportunities do you see kind of shaping the MSP landscape?
Yeah, good question. And I'm always like thinking about this, and I think at times it's quite hard to keep up with what's happening in all of these landscapes, right? But I think I see three major trends that are shaping MSPs. Number one, again, it's AI-driven automation.
Mm-hmm.
I think AI is accelerating software delivery and operational cycles where MSPs, they need platforms that allow rapid prototyping and scalable deployments, not custom code every time. I was playing around with ChatGPT the other night, and it can actually, generate code for you based on your use case. We'll be moving into a realm where just prompt engineering and an Alteryx workflow will be built and ready to go as part of a data kit, for example. The second thing is around platform consolidation. So, we know a lot about what Microsoft are doing in the market. It's public knowledge. And as, Microsoft and others, they commoditize parts of the stack, differentiation comes from what I call integration depth and cross-platform capability. And I think the third thing is around subscription and recurring value from a commercial point of view. So the shift is, to ratable subscription-based models is becoming more and more the norm. And this means that MSPs can, they must think in terms of life cycle value. So, adoption, expansion, and manage outcomes. And Alteryx is preparing partners in a way where we're embedding deeply within cloud platforms. We're making AI-ready data pipelines accessible to business users. We're supporting co-selling motions that scale across ecosystems as well, which support, all of these three areas that I've just mentioned. And
Yeah.
MSPs that win with, will be those that combine governance, automation, and AI. I think that's very important to win in that MSP landscape. And we're building that as part of the partner engineering framework to support exactly the direction that MSPs are going.
Fantastic. Well, watch this space then. I'm excited to see what the company does in the next well, year, then or just in the future, really. So yeah, thank you so much for your time. That's all of my questions.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you for having me.